Dixie's starting to kind of push lower. Crude is still kind of got that uptrend going.
I'd love to see us just push the 400 and just finally rip through, but obviously it's lunch hour.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh, coming up to the bottom of the hour now. Still ranging here during the New York lunch session.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they can give us a decent trend for New York lunch and do
Yeah, all
nickel.
week. I feel like it's been the same scenario all damn week, just trying to find some pennies out here.
Yeah, pretty much. Come on, get it down. There we go. Come on. Get this thing down.
Literally, give me some volume to the downside, not these baby moves.
Exactly. Let's move this boat.
We're getting something. See if we can actually continue.
Sheesh.
Spoke too soon, huh? Been bouncing back and forth off VWAP. You have VWAP on your chart, Riz?
Yes, I got VWAP up at 24,512 and a
White
quarter.
line, okay.
You're on the 5, yeah.
Oh, you're talking
on
about
my
ES
curve.
now. Gotcha.
No, that's NQ.
Yeah, he was talking about ES. That makes sense.
Oh, yes.
What's that indicator on the bottom you have? Is that like a MACD or something?
That is a L3 banker. So
Oh.
when it fires, when it fires off, that usually means you have an influx of volume. You've got a big banker level you're at.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I was
Kind of similar to like a money flow or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. I grabbed that because Mike used to always talk about his banker levels, and that kind of helped me kind of identify it without me doing the math.
Oh, love it. Here's 450, guys. Can we get it?
Oh, let's
go. Can she go?
Well, I think she can go.
Once we break 450, I'm de-risking to at least break even. I'm in a little bit heavier than you.
Yeah, I'm a little down, so I got to make up some losses. So just taking my time with it.
You got a little bit better entry than me, though. I'm gonna coach RQ. I got it around 467, so you got a couple points on me. So I want to see this 450 break, give me some breathing room, then just watch it die.
Yeah. Well, thanks, RQ. I try to watch my manly figure.
That's why he drinks the diet pina coladas at the tiki bar, right?
I wish. And those pina coladas were good. I'm not gonna lie.
They were. I agree
Vice. That Miami Vice was fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait till our next trip.
This 450 bounce, killing me.
Huh. Jeez. That's an ugly rejection on the Russell.
Ooh, come on.
Come on.
Let me make this risk free. Steve's permission passport. All right, I'm de-risked, guys. I'm not gonna mess around with this. Hopefully, we don't just wake up. Oh, as soon as I said it wakes up. Classic.
Right?
Classic.
Because they don't want to let it go. They're fighting it. It's the bulls fighting right there. These are like 4-hour supports right there. That 448 on NASDAQ is a 4-hour support. So you got to get that candle to open below it so that you can open up your next level below, which will take you down to 404. So you have like a 48 point, 44 point drop ish, give or take.
Yeah. And that lines up perfectly with today's 0.5 fib. So There's just a bunch of stuff at this level.
Mm-hmm. Judge, Steve already signed and sealed that delivery, my friend. We cleared it. We cleared it, early this morning. We even shamatted it.
Actually, going to take half my size off here. We bounced off it too many times, so
Yeah,
fully de-risked and half size now.
it's not that bad.
Nice little 20 points. That'll pay the bills. Back in about 2 minutes, Riz.
2 minutes. Oh, stopped out. I'm glad I had my stop in the money. Yeah, interesting how the market has taken the news, kind of shrugging off all the news that we got today. Not exactly the way you would assume. Yeah, catching a bid now to the upside, it looks like. Oh, the bull's gonna take this thing. What does the heat map look like? You still there, Justin? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good. Oh, Justin's muted. Okay. He probably got a phone call or something. And look at that, Ron, holding your level right there on our old chart. That 4 hour support, strong. That was that pivot that we got. You know that? It's crazy, right? Got about 20 minutes till the top of the hour. Justin got liquidated for being too heavy. Sheesh. It's like Heavy D and the boys right here. Imagine being liquidated with one mini micro. Be like, ooh. We're gonna buy this thing up. Is that what we're doing? Oh my god. It looks like they want to
Oh
buy
man,
this
I
up.
looked away for 2 seconds and I got stopped. Huh?
Yeah, it makes two of us.
I got liquidated. No, I was de-risked RQ. We're all good. We still made money on that play.
It's starting to dip. The market dipping with silver or crude.
That 500 test again. Man, we are tight, tight, tight. This thing's gonna move. Make a big move at some point. Fibonacci, dude. AI is just insane now.
I love AI. Yeah, I've been using Gemini to build some apps for me, right? And it's been a kind of a painful process because I have to copy and paste everything, right? And I was like, my friend had shown me Claude and how Claude puts the file. It'll give you the zip file with everything you need in it, and you don't have to do any of that work. Basically, it cuts all that effort out of the copy and pasting and moving files around for you.
Yeah, you were
And
saying that yesterday.
man, it is awesome. I fixed almost all my problems. I was able to find some APIs that were embedded in some code and be able to pull all the data I wanted. I made all these adjustments to my application. It came out awesome. For my first program I've ever made myself, I was really, really happy.
No, that's great. Four four seven five is kind of a magnet. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's really tough to trade a 25-point range.
It's so hard.
I kind of figured when I de-risked I was going to get stopped out, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to see the play go red.
Nobody ever does.
Yeah, I go back and forth, especially when the market's contracting like this. I don't like to just put TP and stop loss and walk away, just because it's so bouncy that it'll just bounce around and profit red over and over and over. I'd rather just take a little bit of money and de-risk. But when we got a trend, oh man, let that sucker just play out. But that took me a long time to be able to identify a range day or a trend day, or it'd be too late. Got any exciting plans this weekend, Riz?
I'm not sure. It's up to the wife, whatever she's got planned for us.
There you go. That's how
I
it's
never
done.
make plans. I never
Nice.
make plans unless my buddies call me up and are like, "Hey, you want to go? Here, and here." That's the only time I'll like come up with my own plans. Either that or like my sons be like, "Hey, Dad, we're getting you out of the house," and I'm like, "Let's go."
I like that. Or spur of the moment.
Hmm. Gonna
I
make
just
an
can't
M
believe how
here.
tight this chart is getting. I'm looking at the 30-minute chart and just it's contracting like crazy. This thing right back to 450. Watch. Funny to watch.
Yes. Oh man, this time of day, tough.
Yeah, no kidding.
You're gonna break this thing down finally.
Yeah, they just had to sweep us, stop us out. Now it's going to run to 400.
Of
Seen this tail too many times.
course it will.
I mean, if you're not in or still in, it's a little too late to get in my opinion. Especially when we're in a tight range. FOMO trades do not end up working out.
Hmm. Sheesh. Of course.
Yep, there it goes. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yep.
Turns out the 500 was the entry, but
We would have known, right? Dang. I know.
I've been tricked.
Exactly. I was tricked.
yeah, I mean, I would have gotten stopped out anyways, even with my OG stop loss. So I'm totally fine with it. There's always more plays. Especially with futures. I mean, literally open 23 hours a day.
Yep, exactly. Bamboozled. Yep, that's what I'm calling it. Got bamboozled right here live on stream.
Yep. Time to check on cattle futures. Yeah, maybe soybean as well.
Give me that wild hog.
Curious if we come up to 450 and reject. If we do that, it's pretty much guaranteed we're going to go to 400. It's wild because right now, since we're staring at this move seems massive, but it's nothing for NQ.
We haven't moved anywhere, really.
Nah.
Just playing with people's, emotions right now. Cooking those
Testing the
zero
patience, that's
DTE.
for sure.
Yeah. Options traders are sitting there going, man, what's that smell? That's your contracts burning from that data.
Oh, options? Oof. I would not want to be in an option right now.
Yep. Just smoking those zero DTEs. Look at tipped over there. Surgical. Doctor.
Oh, here's
Oh,
450. See if we reject.
it's pretty fancy. I like that tipped. Net gex and detail. Is that something new you put together or what? That looks pretty cool. I like that.
Yeah. Paid service. Gotcha. Let's see if they want to send this lower or we're just going to just do this for the next 2 hours. I've seen a few of those indicators where they convert everything for you. It's pretty cool. I know a lot of people that use like level 2 and bookmap that use the Q heat map and stuff like that, and then trade NQ. Pretty cool to see. I've never seen the options converted though. That's cool. All right, Riz, as always, it was a pleasure. One of these days we will get a trend during lunch and we will make a ton of money. But until then,
Yeah, no
I will
kidding.
see you next time, brother.
Yes, sir. We will continue hunting the good hunt. Thanks for joining.
Absolutely. I'll see y'all later. If you guys are around tomorrow, I'm going to be giving a lesson on the new dashboard, just going over everything at 2:00 tomorrow. So if you got some free time and the market's dead, come join me.
And thanks, Justin, for hanging with us in the midday. Always nice to have our friends here at Blue Sky joining us through the midday to kind of carry us through and stuff. We know that it gets fairly choppy this time of day. So, hey, patience is a virtue. Also a form of participation is choosing not to participate in the market. So, don't forget that. GG's is right, brother, but the game ain't over, bro. The game is not over. The game is merely afoot. Hello. The game is merely hello. I wonder if I could. I wonder if ChatGPT could come up with something like that for me. Then drop any screenshot in and it'll mimic whatever I want. I just have to explain what I'm trying to create. Oh, I know she can. I like me some AI. I can't wait till I have like a robot here in the house. It's gonna be great. Be like, go get me a coffee. I wonder what my friends would want to call him though. I wonder if they'd be like, the boys would be like, they want to call it like Jarvis or something. No kidding, right? Go smack my kids for leaving the garage door open. Like literally, like the garage like wide open yesterday. Ooh, my wife was mad. Not happy about it. Just pissed. That the Russell's catching a bid to the upside. Doesn't look like it wants to sell. It's like drifting to the upside. Such a slow morning though. I'm really sorry about that, team. It is the lunchtime session, so it does get slower on this. Mr. Clank, hey, job, my money don't jingle. Mr. Clank. I like it. It's funny. It's catchy. Clankety clink clink. Oh my God, do something. Testing the orb high now. Yeah, now 457 and a quarter now. Not much happening in the intrawebs or the news. I don't want to see that green wick on that Renko, Steve. I do not want to see that green candle on that Renko. You take that back. You take that back right now. Why does he got to give us that green one? It's not fair. Well done. You know what? I've got counters for I got counters for Steve's. See, it's a happy little candle. Painting happy little candles. Bob Ross. One of my sons would probably love Bob Ross's hair. One of my sons has Bob Ross's hair. He got the perm going. Call him a big worm. with the perm. So funny, man. Oh man, so slow. It's like, please do something. Yep, big worm. It's an inside joke. He got busted at school doing the worm. So it's like always just one of those things. My middle son is just like me. He is a character. He is hilarious. A little mischievous and probably a little too quick-witted for his own good, but that's his old man. So yeah, my middle son, he's something else. He's a chip off the old block. A little entrepreneur, does his photography, you know. He's a little, yeah, he's all the fashionista. Yeah, oh man. It's the funniest thing. I don't know how he got into it. He got into colognes. So he became a cologne connoisseur. So I'm like, dude, what is up with you and this cologne, man? I'm like, and he's taking off to like middle school. I'm like, man, you smell better than your old man. Like, I don't even smell that good, and I work, man. And you smelling dang good. Really? Cologne influencers? Wow. Okay. Yeah, he and his brother have like a pretty nice collection of colognes, and let's put it like this: those guys smell damn good. They smell like $1,000,000, you know. Like on a good note, they got me a nice cologne. So they got their old man a nice cologne. So now I can smell too like $1,000,000, even though I don't have anywhere to go and smell that good for. Which I don't mind it. Oh man, why did I get stopped out? What did I do to deserve the stop out? It's my question. Looks like the market is finally gonna go head on down south. You know, we're 4 minutes into the top of the hour. Yeah, I don't have TikTok on my phone. We all like well, my wife and I uninstalled it. So we don't even have TikTok installed. I don't want it on my phone because I don't know what data is being like collected from me on that thing, you know, and we already know. Yeah, man. I mean, you have no idea what data is being mined and sold to the government. The funny thing for me is that I would get on TikTok and I would always have like people in Asia selling stuff. Like it was either like these cups, like these people would break this cast and then they would pull out like some ceramic cup, which the cups were beautiful, but I don't want to buy like a teacup. I like my like regular like coffee cup anyway. So it was either that or people with like Pokemon cards or like people just selling random stuff like Lego cars or just room RC stuff, drones. Like I would always get that stuff, either that or like motivational, and then it'd be like those weird motivational clips that you don't know when it starts and when it ends, and then by the time you watch it like 2 or 3 times, you're like, what? Like how many times have I been watching this thing? You just need Facebook Marketplace. You know what? I use eBay Marketplace. I've been on eBay Marketplace for like 20 years. Believe that. I feel old saying that shit. But yeah, I've been on eBay Marketplace for like 20 years. Whoa, we're really selling now. Now we're getting that move down. Nice tipped. Oh, that's a beautiful trade right there. Yeah, I was actually responding to a message I had. So I was like, I actually am in a trade though. I actually have a short on this right now. I took the IWN short. Now I'm starting to get sell signals here on the market. Man, why did we have to cut that short? That was the monster trade right there. Can we get into this though? Maybe we can get a pullback to 404. Target that highest options level again. 24,374. Whew. Yep, I see that. Let's see. Let's see what my targets are on NASDAQ. I didn't do my targets this morning. I've got more downside though, I believe though. Let's see. So your danger zone on NASDAQ right now is 24,295. As long as we stay above that, we're solid. You get below that, that opens up 2,400 completely. Be like at 2487. This thing could dump to. So let's see. Sellers in control. The bears are on parade. That is definitely for sure. Man, there goes the Russell. Yes. Oh, my puts are up like 118%. Oh my God. Put these things in the money. Let's make some money. Let's make some shmoney. I'm in 242 Russell puts right now. It's looking pretty dumpy though. I wonder how much memory this is using. Oh, that's not bad actually. That's actually not bad. Huh. It's just because I got everything else running. Huh. That's pretty good. My program before was using like 10 gigs of memory, and now I've got it down to under like of RAM. Got it down to like 4 gigs now, maybe a little less, running into Chrome. It's pretty neat. I can't wait to start my scripts I'm gonna start building for trading. That's gonna be my next one. So what I'm thinking about doing, let me see what you guys think about this. So what I'm thinking about building is a plugin that if you're trading like on any web-based platform, that it interprets your trades. So like anytime you place a buy or sell, it'll record the trade you took, the indice you're trading on, the price, your entry price, and then it'll record your profit and loss. So I wanted it to be a journal, but I wanted it to be automated to where, on anything you're trading, it automatically captures it for you and records it. I don't want you to have to log in though. That's my plan. I want to build like what's his name? Chandanger was building tip, but I want it to be automated though. A decent little pullback. There's that 404 mark. I want to see if we'll get up to like 417. And then I'm thinking I'm gonna attempt another short there. See for the next leg down. Maybe start stacking for a downside play. I think we're gonna continue seeing downside. It's just the bulls are trying. Yeah, I'm talking about the journaling software that Chandagger was building. I'm getting that move up now. Breaking news. But is that like a surprise to them that they don't have any influence with the president? You got to pay to play. You got to put up another 2 million for that one. Crazy. They're upset that they don't have influence over the president. Imagine that. Yeah, exactly. They did give him a plane. Getting a pretty decent supply zone. What is this? What is happening? A little W forming. You'd see it right there on yes. Give me a plane. Make some cool videos. Hmm. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, my bot is working. I'm underwater on it right now. It didn't take profit, and yeah, I'm like down like 1.9K right now. So kind of taking my time right now because I want to find a good trade so I can see if maybe I can pick a little at this. I had a decent trade earlier. I had the short and we got stopped out. Shoot. We got stopped out like right here. And then I tried to take another trade and I cut it because it just started ripping on me. And then it dumped on me. So, I'm just kind of waiting right now. You're trying to make it also? Okay. What you got? You got anything so far? What are you struggling? Are you working on making an indicators or what? Yeah. Yes. Well, some not that specific bot. I use different ones in my cash accounts. The one that was in the overnight is it's designed for passing accounts, so it's a little bit more aggressive. Not too aggressive to where it'll blow an account because all the accounts are obviously still alive, but it's a bigger position size. Is this like a little bull flag we're making here? Looks like we got a little W here that's formed. It's little, it's wonky, and it's on the one. Only time frame we got bullish right now is the sub time frames. Yeah, all the higher time frames are bearish right now. Oh, it's tanking right now. Oh, look at that rep on the market. Whoa, holy moly. There's that rejection against that orb high. The interesting thing is that we have such, conflicting news reports coming out. Gemini AI gives coding correct. What do we need to do to set up or modify it? Give me some ideas, coach, if you don't mind. So, like me, like for you guys, I basically use the EMAs, or I'll tell it, I want to build. You know what? Let me see if I can pull up a browser for us here. Let me see if I can throw a browser on for us, and we'll run through it. How about that? Let me see if I can pull something up real quick. No, I'm just gonna pull up a browser and we'll do that. Let's see here. Let's see. Window capture. All right, there you go. Got that set up. How do I do this on the other? I got a different I got a different layout for the folks on mobile, so I'm just kind of getting theirs all situated. Uh, So what you could do is that you could start just talking to your AI. So you can be like, I need some pine code for trading view. Let's create a strategy that uses fibs. I want the fibs to incorporate the opening 15-minute opening range. I need some trade signals and stops. Let's factor in that this is for a 50K eval. So I have $2,000 of margin The account is blowing. I trade to trade during the midday session. So we want to avoid chop as well. So add a and that's basically what I'll do. I'll come up with an idea of what I want to do, the time of day, and all those kind of details, and then I just drop it in. And that's basically it. That's how the idea starts. We start off in that manner, and then beyond that, then we start looking at, well, how can we make this better? Start looking at what other confluences we can add to it. That's usually what I'll do. I'll wait for AI to kind of spit it out to me and stuff. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just wait for the code. And then from there, we're gonna have the code and we'll put it on the chart. We'll add it to Ron's chart. How about that? Since you're asking a question, we'll make this our Discord's chart. It's a great idea though to start the process of this. So, she'll break down exactly what her rationale is. So using a 50K requires strict discipline, obviously, especially trading with a tight drawdown to survive and pass, right? So obviously risk management is the backbone. So we're not going to risk more than $50 to $100 per trade. That gives you a good buffer of about 20 to 40 consecutive losses before you breach that 200K limit. You notice there, we've been some of you guys were asking about that specifically, is how you should base your stops. And this is a prime example, especially for traders like yourselves that might be more novice to the industry and novice to trading. That right there gives you a very good understanding of a handful of things: risk management and longevity in the market. If you notice there, if you're risking 50 to 100 per trade, you're giving yourself a lot of room for error. Why are you giving yourself so much room for error? Is because there's the underlying understanding is that you're going to make mistakes. So if you see me taking those trades with such a small size, why? Because I'm here every day. I'm not resetting accounts, and you need to focus on that. So that also, you can see that that's just being kind of abundantly clear in this. I'm sure if we put there that if we had $10,000, it would be very different. We'll get a different result. Okay, so we're breaking down the strategy that we've got a 15-minute orb. So that's going to map the high and low. It's giving us our time window now. Fibs are being used for our stops and our entries. Now we've got a midday. So now we're looking at that 10:15 to 3 p.m. Eastern to open and settle our trade. Our confluence, we're using an ADX, an average directional index. If it falls below 20, the market is chopping, and the script will ignore the trade signal. Auto position sizing. So it is going to dynamically calculate our contracts based on $100 per trade. So then there's our code right there. So even gives us the understanding of how to do it. So all we do is we're going to go ahead and copy our code right here. Let's go ahead and put this away for now. Let's go over to that other chart, right? All you're going to do is go to your Pine script code right here. And we're going to say we're going to go ahead and build what was that? Was that let's see, is that a script or a strategy? Okay, so strategy. So we're going to go ahead and create a new strategy. Go ahead and select all and then drop in and paste. And then from there, you're just going to go ahead and hit save. And there's our eval strategy. Saved. We're going to add it to the chart. Go ahead and close this. And now your strategy is right there on your chart. And you can see that those bars are faintly back here, those fib bars. Why are they so there's your low, and there's your 1.68 targets. And now there are your targets there. And that's how you can do it. And you say, oh, well, you know what? I'm missing some stuff. I want to add in the 200. Okay, let's add in let's add in VWAP and the 200, and let's add a death cross for those when we break, and use the ADX as an additional confluence. Type it. So you guys can see now I'm expanding upon it because, there's just not enough there, And then what Tipped was offering, what was he talking about? He was talking about GAX levels, right? Okay, so let's see. We do to pull GEX data from QQQ's options chain. So now I want to do like what Tip's got there. He's got GEX. So can we pull GEX data from the Qs or from the options chain in general to find a correlation? And let's see what she says. The really cool thing about these tools is that you don't have to be exact. No sex. Oh, we are building it. See, now we're gonna go ahead and pull in the gamma exposure. So the indicators you guys see out there are great and all, but they're all based on math and math that's used in the market in other areas. You just got to ask the right questions, and you can find an alternative. I'm 99% sure that you can find an alternative that won't cost you a cent. I don't think you need to pay for the indicators. So let's see what ChatGPT says. ChatGPT says, I love where your head is at. Gamma exposure is a massive edge, especially when trading the Qs or NASDAQ futures, because it shows you exactly where the market makers are forced to hedge, right? Okay. Here's the reality check, though. Trading views, PineScript cannot fully pull full option chain data. Calculating the true GEX requires aggregating open interest, implied volatility, and gamma across hundreds of strikes in real time. PineScript hits computational and data limits, and simply doesn't have the built-in function to scrape the entire options chain. However, we can build a highly effective workaround. All right, cool. So what are we going to build? We're going to menu. So the standard for using GEX is gamma zero major call in your script before the morning bell. You can grab these levels from for free from tier 1 alpha. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool, 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 cool. Cool, 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 cool. So this is basically going to give me the boxes to where I can fill in these levels. Okay. So we can get the gamma levels, we can get the magnets, the Gex call wall, and support. So it's actually going to give me those options. And here's the revised code for it. So let's go ahead and grab this code here. We're going to go ahead and minimize this. We're going to go back to our Pine script. We're going to copy it all. We're going to remove it and paste in the new strategy. Let's go ahead and save this. And this should be now applied into our strategy here. There are our EMAs, and we still have those background levels, those orb levels. Now we should go to inputs, and there are our Gex levels. Okay, great. So since we didn't calculate those, let's ask Gemini to give us those levels. Okay, can you give me those? Okay. Well, it'd help if I could type. Okay. And there's our Gex data right there. 600, 606. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a 600, we got a 606, and a 590. All right, so now this probably will work better if we go to the cues. Now there are your levels right there. 0 gamma. So right now we're at that call wall right now. So we're at the bottom side of that, not much below us. I've got a 581. So, that's how you can start building your confluences, and you can start putting it together with your ideas and stuff. Not quite, what I use, the way I like to visualize it. So a little bit different, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Did you have any other questions about how to put it together? Is there something different with this? Supposedly, politicians are having discussions about weed reform. under what MSOX is doing, where the weed stocks are moving. Slightly. Calls for tomorrow are like 5 cents, but I haven't heard anything besides that. That's just chatter right there. All right, let's see. We're gonna add some color changes to watch how these support and resistance bars change colors. Yeah, you do need a master class. Really, that's all it is to sit there and then just start throwing stuff at it. Things you like, things you've seen. How do one thing work? And how you can make it work for yours. Like, let's see. Let's see. How does this work on MAQ? Hmm. I want to select the GAX ticker. Oh, that's me, bro. Is just to keep on there and keep at it, paste this, paste that, update the code here, and, trial and error. The good thing about it is you can't break it. You can always go back. If you make a mistake, you just revert back. Okay. All right. So like now I'm adding in a few other confluences. I want the Friday close. I also want the daily open, and I want the daily high and low on the chart. So now you can see that, now I'm creating all these other pieces, and this is super important because this allows you to build confidence in your chart. You guys as traders need to feel confident in your chart. And if you're not confident, how can you use it? How can you be successful at trading your chart when you look and you're like, man, I don't trust this thing. I'm always taking losing trades and stuff, or, you know, using someone else's chart, you know, without you spending time on that new chart for a week, 2 weeks, becomes very difficult for you to be able to have that confidence to want to use it and use it in the right manner, because, every chart will have its own, manner of how to use the indicators and all that stuff. So now we've got those massive levels. We've got the institutional algos for larger time frames. We got the daily open. We got the Friday close. We got the daily high and low. So, we've got orb levels and everything. Okay. Okay. Make a. And this is super helpful, especially you guys are using TradingView and realize that, you all are limited by the amount of tickers that you can, or indicators you can have on. This is a good way you can get around it. But yeah, like Tip said, once you start doing this is what you're really going to want to do. You're going to want to build your own indicators so that you can start finding your strategy within what you create, because then it's your own creation. All right, let's go back into the Pine code. Let's pull all the Pine code. Go ahead and drop it back in. Let's go ahead and save it. And it's saved. All right, let's go ahead and get this out of here. And you can kind of see where we're at now. Let's see. Let's get rid of some of these flags. All right. Oh, there it is. I need to put this up. Let's see. We got the price on this. What was this? This was 600. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. Let's see. I know where we put those levels. Ah, there we go. So 600, 606, and 590. Why don't we have any titles on any of these? I don't even see any names for any of this stuff. Yeah, I can't even see them. I don't see the labels for what any of this stuff is. But now you can see that you actually have different levels that you could attack. Now you can see them. But that's just like one way you can do it. Let's see. Can we add let's add volume profile. No, you can get it to work with NinjaTrader. You will just have to develop within NinjaTrader. So anything you develop will have to be C plus. So whatever like their base language is, you just have to make sure that you can, whatever you create, you can import into that. That's the only caveat to that. We're about 6 minutes away from the top of the hour, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there's our updated code. And there's our updated code. Man, there's still no labels on any of this. We don't have any labels. I don't like it. I don't like how it's not giving us any of the like. Oh, the numbers are still. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did I even update the code here?